Comes up with me.
We're recording, so we're live in direct.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Crumbs and Butter. We're Shannon and Ramon. We were just having an outside.
I'm Ramon, by the way,
He's
and that
Ramon.
is Shannon.
Yeah, not the inverse.
Not the other way around. In case you're new to the channel.
Yeah.
And you not paid attention
Don't
to
know
anything
us.
that we do.
Yeah.
But I'm Ramon, that's Shannon.
Yes. Please
Welcome
like and
to Crumbs and
subscribe
Butter.
if you're new to us. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for following along. We appreciate all of our subscribers.
Thumbs up.
So we were just kind of watching back some of our video when we're talking about dating, and we kind of had an epiphany between the two of us because this is how him and I just work.
Kind of thought about this, and
Yeah.
we were giving some examples of what it's like when I'm saying read the bios.
Yeah, on dating websites. On dating websites.
And when I'm saying read the bios on a dating website, I'm meaning it from a man's perspective.
Right.
If you're looking at anything and they're on there and you're looking at their pictures and everything else, but they have this long ass TLDR this happening, too long, didn't read this happening, you got to read the bios.
Right.
If
So-
they have no bio, that does pertain to making people ask questions. I did not take into account of how
We didn't
women probably
we
see
didn't
this.
think about the inverse male versus female perspective, or how men versus female maybe write their bios. So we kind of forgot that piece. So when you watch our dating video, you're gonna see me get very like passionate and upset about the whole bio thing,
Almost
where
like
he's
she's angry.
like I'm angry, and he's very just like passionate about read their bios because they're gonna tell you everything, and he's absolutely right. And this is what we just realized.
You write bios. And
Women
everybody
write
can read them.
bios, and
And
they
if
tell you
don't read
everything.
them, they tell you everything that you're looking for.
Yeah.
And we'll just swipe because of the picture. I read the bios, I'm sorry, because I don't want to waste anybody's time, and I don't want anybody to waste my time, because my time is valuable.
And it suddenly occurred to me
And,
that
yeah.
this is why I was so disillusioned with him talking about reading bios, is because the inverse is true of men. They don't put out huge bios typically.
No.
And so women,
Fish hunting.
yeah, women are
barbecue.
just looking at pictures and maybe a very short description or a very short bio, so we get no indication of like who this person is, as opposed to men are reading our very long bios as women
I remember the first bio I actually put
and
on
get everything from us.
there.
And
Well,
so
I probably don't remember verbatim, but my first bio. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to interrupt her because this is what my first bio was. Divorced father of two. I enjoy times with family and friends and barbecues. Anything in the summer.
yeah,
If you have any more questions, message me.
yeah.
Guess what? Nobody messaged me. Nobody messaged me. Do you know why nobody messaged me?
Well,
I'll tell you why.
it kinda sounds
I'll tell you
sad.
why. Because it sounds pathetic.
It kind of sounds
It sounds
sad.
fucking pathetic. It sounds.
Not F-bomb pathetic, but I mean it sounds a little sad.
I'll
it
put
sounds-
no money in the swear jar at this point. But it sounds pathetic.
So we just wanted to come on and correct ourselves because we kind of had this epiphany while we were just talking off camera and watching back some of the video that women don't get the same experience of reading bios as men get from reading the women's bios, right? Because as men, they don't typically write as much or tell you as much in their bios as what women
I
do.
didn't take that into
So
account.
we didn't take that into account. So
I don't apologize for that.
we're not apologizing.
Because
it's just,
I said
it's an epiphany that we
because I
had.
said read the bios, and I was talking from a man's perspective.
Yeah.
I've never seen the woman's side of the site that starts with T and ends in R, or the other site
other
that starts
sites.
with M and ends with H, or the B
P-
and the
P
E
with the F,
and the P and the F.
Yeah.
And
It doesn't
the C
matter.
and the M's, whichever one
Whatever.
you're on. I don't know the women's perspective,
But just
but from a man's perspective,
keep in mind.
if you don't want to run into the crazy, she said, keep in mind, from a man's perspective, if you don't want to run into the crazy, read the bios.
And
Don't go off the picture, read the bio.
from the woman's perspective, men either write bios.
No.
Or
Leave it
women go into it knowing you're going to have to get those details from
blank.
the person, because men are not going to write bios the way that we write bios. And if they do, and I know you women know what I'm talking about, they write
Too much.
some crazy.
Where you don't want to.
You don't want anything to do with that.
It's a TLDR. Too long, didn't read.
Or
Bye.
it's so full of psychoticness that, you're just, no, on to the
If
next.
you're not
So,
this and I
Yeah.
need you. Yeah.
yeah.
Some of you women have those same types of things, and I don't understand what you're looking for. I don't know why you come on a dating site. And if you do the same things, I can only speak from a man looking on those sites. From that standpoint,
But
some of you women have unrealistic.
Men do too. Men do too. Stop.
I'm not saying that men don't. I don't know what a man looks like on the site. Maybe one day.
Dead fish.
Maybe one day. Me and her. Well, women put dead fish on there too.
Yeah, I just found
It's
that
kinda
out. I didn't
crazy.
even know that. Women, you put dead fish on there?
and turkeys and deers and whatever a man hunts for.
I didn't know that.
Oh, the woman puts it on there.
I didn't know
That looks hot.
Does it though?
Oh, I don't know.
I guess maybe. I don't know.
If you know how to gut and quarter that thing and drag it on top of the roof of the truck and bring it home.
This is
and-
supposed to
and
be
do
a short
everything else.
video and we're digressing
But no, we're
again.
going to continue on
I just
because
want-
if we think about it, I think this is a good video.
I just think, like, we had an epiphany about it when we were watching back, and it was like, oh, we didn't take in the cross perspectives.
Yeah, well, we were talking from what our perspective was.
Yeah.
That's how it all began. And when I said, read the bios,
It didn't make sense to me.
I am talking to the women and the men.
No, you're talking to the men.
I'm talking to the men.
You're talking to the men.
Read the bios.
And for
Because if they have a bio that seems like it's TLDR, too long, didn't read, you probably should just swipe whatever direction is the negative.
And I'm talking to the women because we don't get those kind of bios when we're looking at the men. So be prepared to have to get that information.
And sometimes less is more.
Sometimes less is more.
I'm talking to you men out there that put a bio out there. Sometimes less is more. Maybe put nothing, and you might wind up with a nurse.
You might.
She might just like you just because of the way you look.
Maybe.
They'd have no idea who you are.
Or maybe she'll just be
You could
intrigued
be a
because you didn't say
motherfucking
anything.
maniac. Mother-loving maniac.
And maybe she's a psycho Daisy May that's going to misery your ass to her bedpost. You just don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know.
But you gotta take a shot. 7 days.
Yeah, 7 days, people.
7 days.
Anyways,
Think of it like the ring. 7 days. If
The-
you don't get it done in 7 days, something's coming through your phone.
I think what we're trying to get at is the bio may give you everything and the bio may give you nothing. So
Read the bio.
do what you will with that
And
information.
if there's nothing in the bio, ask a question. The question is the most important thing. And make it a good question. Don't ask something like, so, what do you do for fun? Nothing. That's what I
Nothing.
do for fun. Or, tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? Because that's always the next question.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
We're okay to continue, right?
Be specific in your questions. What do you want to know?
I mean, why would you ask somebody those questions? Tell me about yourself. What do you do for fun? I hammer my toe. That's what I do for fun.
Hammer your toe?
I don't know. What do
does
they
that
expect
even
to hear?
mean?
What do they expect to hear?
I don't
With
know.
a question like that.
I don't know.
What do you do
I
for
play
fun?
with adult coloring books. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know.
what do you expect?
I don't know.
I put together models
And puzzles.
and puzzles. And
And I have 37 cats.
yes, that's what I do for fun. What kind of question is that? I'm just saying. When you're on these sites, come on with
don't
something
know.
original. I mean, I don't think I ever asked you, what do you like to do for fun?
No, because we didn't talk.
No.
We didn't talk before our
met,
first date.
because I wasn't going to get rung like the ring. Like, you watch the video and 7 days later you die. Well,
Yeah.
I wiped and said something to her. And if it wasn't going to happen in 7 days, well, I was going to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Game over.
So and you know, you people who, if you want to comment, please comment. If you've been on these dating sites and you met somebody and it took 14 days before you went on your first date, okay, kudos, but did you talk for 14 days before you went on the first date?
Yeah.
Or did you ask about the first date within the first 7 days and something came up?
Right.
I'm saying if something came up, something came up.
Yeah.
But something can't come up 3 times.
And don't reveal all your cards before your first date. I think that's where we were at. It was just like, I don't want to sit here and talk to you for the next 48 to 72 hours straight.
Because I didn't sign up for a pen pal.
Yeah. Like, let's just meet and we'll talk in person.
Sometimes you just signed up on site because you want to meet somebody and you want to actually meet somebody. Not talk to them on the site.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that society is moving to the direction of avatars and metaverses and shit like that. I get it. I understand it. I mean, to an extent.
Yeah.
But there's something about the touch and the feel and the smell of a woman or a man, as long as you're not a pig farmer, because you fuckers stink.
And don't touch anybody without their permission.
Yeah, don't do that either.
Don't do that.
Don't
do that. Yeah.
awkwardly sniff them
That's
like
weird.
that.
I
That's
mean,
weird.
He does like he likes to smell my hair, but we're together, so it's a different thing.
Yeah, and
Don't smell
it
people's.
probably looked weird. They did it in the weirdest way possible. Just so people could understand how weird that looks, but don't do that. But you know what I mean.
Do that.
You know.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't really have anywhere else to go with this discussion, just that we had a little epiphany about we weren't taking in the opposite sex perspective on what we actually see on those sites.
We're going to just continue on, and we're not going to stop recording.
No, we're going to stop recording because I want to watch the rest of the videos.
Okay. I guess now we have to stop recording.
We'll record later. We'll be back.
You know.
We're always back.
We were having fun, and it was funny.
I love you.
And we were laughing our asses off for a moment. and somebody out there, somebody watched it, laughed, but didn't hit that subscribe button if it's over there on your phone or over there on your phone or anywhere else.
Why
just
didn't you
hit
want to
the like and subscribe button.
Come join this insanity. I mean, there's got to be more crazy people than us out there.
Think of the stuff you're missing out on.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Come have fun.
This one curses way more than I do. Most times, she curses way more than I do.
I just don't typically do it on camera.
I just say things like cockwomble and things like that because some people are like cockwombles, and I'm just going to say it.
And I don't curse on camera a lot, but I do swear like a sailor any other time of the day. So, you know.
This one.
Yeah.
If you like and subscribe, and you can even get notifications, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know how
click
that
the bell.
works. You can click the bell and you get notifications.
Click the bell and get notifications.
Anytime we go live or we give a new video.
New videos up, click the bell for
something's
notifications.
out. You can do that too.
Yeah.
If you want to do such of a thing, that would be very appreciative.
It would be.
I would thank you, and then at the same end wonder, well, why don't more people do that?
I don't know.
Hit the buttons.
Hit the button, people.
Hit the buttons. I don't know exactly where the buttons are.
We'll
I'm going to point in multiple spots.
We'll keep
hit
filming
the button.
Crazy content for y'all and discussions and our travels. Please like and subscribe.
Just hit the button.